Hey, what's going on, Z Nations? I'm Killer here. I don't know why I'm reacting to this, even though I've seen this movie a trillion times. And I know exactly what's about to happen, but it's still impressive. It's still emotional. It's to this day it's still clever to watch this every now and then, and yeah. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Mary Poppins. If you guys have never seen Mary Poppins, number one, stop watching this reaction right now. Go Disney Plus and watch the goddamn movie. It is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Okay, it is one of Walt Disney's favorite movies he's ever worked on. With the I forgot what the musical brothers' names were, but with Julie Andrews and Diffin Dyke and all a bunch of our amazing people and talented people. And yeah, man, I love this movie to death. I've seen this movie more times than I can count. I used to have this movie on VHS. I used to have it on DVD, and the fact that I can watch it anytime I want on Disney Plus is amazing. I saw this movie like several more times than I can count. I saw the sequel to Mary Poppins Returns. It sucked. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's terrible. It has no heart to it. It's just a plain other boring sequel that Disney usually releases, but that Disney usually releases. Like, I feel like nowadays Disney has nothing original anymore. Everything is just a bunch of live action remakes, sequel, reboot, sequel, remake. Nothing is original anymore. Everything is boring. Everything is so bland nowadays, and everything is too serious. Like, I miss old school stuff. I miss old school Disney. I miss old school Cartoon Network. I miss old school Nickelodeon. I miss a lot of old school stuff. Listen. I'm 26 years old. I'm nostalgic. I don't mind. Like, there's a lot of good things that we have nowadays. I'm not saying like everything we have is boring and bland and ill. There's a reason why I watch anime now. There's the only thing why I watch anime nowadays is because at least everything over there is original and new, and there's a whole wide world to explore and a whole wide world of stories and stuff like that. That's what we use. That's the reason why I watch anime nowadays. Because like I said before, there's just a whole wide range world of characters and character development and world building and like animation and music and characters and all that other stuff. That's the reason why I watch anime nowadays. Compared to back then, I did not watch anime. I'd watch Disney. I would watch Nickelodeon. I would watch Cartoon Network. I would watch Jetix / Disney XD. I would watch WB Kids, PB Kids, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Because there were so many good stories to tell, so many good characters, there's so much nostalgia, and like, I can give you a whole list of shows I used to watch as a kid that we don't get anymore. And there's a reason eventually when I have time I want to react to those old school TV shows and movies that I used to love as a kid and introduce them to this a whole wide world of to the whole internet to see. And because the kids if kids my age have never, because sometimes kids my age have never seen these TV shows or experienced them or don't even remember them. That's why I'm here to help you relive that nostalgia or introduce you to a brand new show that I used to love as a kid and I haven't seen in years, but also to a brand new show that you have never heard or seen before. So that's what I want to do eventually on Saturdays, at least over the weekends when I have the time. Right now I'm reacting to Frieren. Right now I'm reacting to Solo Leveling and Jujutsu Kaisen and a whole bunch of others. But when I have the time, I will definitely get back into reacting to a lot of old school TV shows that I used to love as a kid. But yeah, like Disney back then was just so creative, so full of good lessons, and so much good characters and music and all that other stuff. And this was one of these movies that I would watch just by myself or with my family, and we would still cry, we would still laugh, we would still have a good time. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, feed the birds, all around the cathedral, or something like that. I forgot what song that was, but that one is just so moving and so powerful, and a whole bunch of others, man. Like This one is so good. But this scene, as much like as a kid, you don't really know it, but as an adult, you excuse me, and as an adult, and you see this scene, you realize how powerful it was. Excuse me, you realize how powerful it was because it's about a man devoted everything his entire life to his job, and he's about to lose it. And he did everything. He was trying to hold his whole family together. He has a full of rules and make sure everything is on a good list and a good schedule, and make sure everything is nice and tidy the way he wanted to. Not and everything he was devoted to his life and to this bank and to his job. And not knowing the value of life and being with his kids and living life full of living life to the fullest. But like honestly, you need a job. Obviously, don't take my word because I'm currently unemployed. I'm looking for jobs right now. I'm currently unemployed. But so don't take from my point of view. But like when you when you devote something to yourself like a job and you're just so engaged into it and you just don't have time for fun, you don't have time for friends, you don't have time for family, you're just so devoted to your job and you want to get that money, which is totally worth it. I understand that, but you need to learn about balance. Not everything has to be about money. Not everything has to be about your job. You need to have time to learn what's important in life. And sure, again, money is important. I get that. You need money to support yourself, your friend, your family, other stuff. Whenever you want to support them, but also support yourself, obviously. But there are times where you need to learn the good things in life, just the smallest things, going out for a walk, hanging out with your friends, enjoying the beautiful sunrise and sunsets. Oh gosh, like just enjoy, like listen, going on a nice walk and listen to music, going to the beach, like find the small things and like do the small things that even reading, even if you find enjoyment in reading, go for it. When like there's a lot, like if you play sports, go do that sport for a little bit. And like a friend of mine, for him, he goes to the gym and plays soccer. But at the same time, he has a job. So he finds he finds time to hang out with his friends and go play soccer and go to the gym while also doing this doing his job. So yeah, man, like I just love Mary Poppins so much, man. And seriously, if you guys have never seen this movie, like I said, I highly recommend watching it. So, all right, and telling guys again, this is might be a little bit of pausing, but I just love the scene so much. So it's only 2 minutes, but anyway, guys, here we go. Ugh. So, Mr. Poppins, not Mr. Poppins, what am I saying? Mr. Banks, he got a call saying that, or a letter saying that, hey, you need to come back to the bank because we have an important meeting to talk to you about. We have something important to talk to you about. Or saying, hey, you need to come to the bank because you're about to be fired because of what your children did. So, like again, man, there's no dialogue, like there's no talking. Obviously, there's a score in the background, but it's a powerful score, and but it's a powerful and meaningful score, and it's just absolutely beautiful. But it's just him walking to these empty, dark roads, just questioning about what he did with his life, about what he valued, and saying like, "Oh my God, I devoted my entire life to my kids." When no, I'm sorry, to my job, but when I really should have devoted to my kids as well. Because I was so focused on work, and my wife was fighting for her women's rights. Excuse me. I would always hire a babysitter to look after my kids when really I should be looking after them when I have time and I have the chance. Like, ugh. Dude, it's such a powerful scene, man. Like, I'm actually tearing up, man. Like, I haven't seen. I'm actually tearing up because I haven't seen the scene in a while. But man, it's just so powerful, man. and now he looked to be like the bank is literally right in front of him, but he looks to his left. He looks to his left because he's about to look at something. And I'm gonna tell you guys when that in a second. Right here. So again, this is spoilers to guys that have never seen the movie, but this is massive spoilers. But over here was a bird lady, and Michael, Mr. Banks' son, who the actor who sadly passed away due to cancer at a very young age, rest in peace. But Michael wanted to give his tuppence or his money to a bird lady just so she can feed the birds, and because that's what she was finding. She was homeless. This homeless lady was full of happiness, full of joy, full of love, and because she was experiencing life. Was she homeless? Absolutely, but she was still finding enjoyment in life just by feeding these birds because she finds enjoyment in that. And then Michael wanted to support her, saying, "Hey, you want to feed the birds? Here's a little bit of money so you can get more food to feed the birds because I see that you're happy doing it." But Mr. Banks said, "No, you cannot do that. You need to invest. You need to invest in those tuppence just so you can value yourself in the future." But the thing about that though is that Michael is too young to do stuff like that. Michael was only a kid who did not understand bank talk, who did not understand like the loans, and did not understand about value for himself and his supply. Like I'm trying to find the right word. God, why am I butchering this word? Oh, like invest. There we go. Like Michael should is too young to learn about investments and all that other stuff. Like he is a kid. He wants to do kid things. He wants to go on. He wants to go on a walk and play in the park. Feed the help support the bird lady to feed the birds. But Mr. Banks said no. Money is important. You need to invest in it. You need to open a bank loan, and not open a bank loan, but you need to open a bank account and start investing to support yourself in the future. But again, Mr. Banks, he's a kid. He can do that stuff later. Obviously, he needs to do kid things and value life before getting a job and being depressed. Like all that other stuff. Like that's all I'm saying, man. Like you guys understand what I'm saying, but yeah. You guys hear that choir in the background, which I think it's what I think this movie made me fall in love with, like a choir or harmonizing vocals in the background of scores and music and OSTs and other stuff. But she Mr. Banks is looking at this bird lady who was gone. Like she would stay. Like the bird lady used to stay here. And this is where she lives. This is where she's this was her home, and that's where she was spend time feeding the birds. But with the choir in the background, it's almost like a representation that she died, but she was happy doing what she was doing. She was happy being homeless. She was happy feeding the birds, and that's what Mr. Banks needs to learn about value. Like saying, like, "Hey, I was depressed. I wanted to be on a tight schedule. I was so I devoted my entire life to the bank when really I should be spending time with my kids, having fun with them, and creating good memories before I pass away." So I don't want my kids to look at me as a cold, heartless bastard who just wanted it to make sure I was strict and everything was down to the T, on time and onto the schedule and other stuff. So this is what This is what he's like trying to learn about value of his family and his time that he has left in this world before he goes on. And oh, it's so good, dude. This scene is so good. Mary Poppins is such a powerful, powerful movie. Yeah, that's basically it. Like that's basically that's basically all I wanted to show you guys. Oh god, man, I love just love Mary Poppins to death, and I will love it to the day I die. If I ever have a niece or nephew, or even if I have kids myself, I'm showing them this movie 100%. Like I'm showing them all the good Disney movies. Like I don't even give a shit about shitty sequels or remake live action remakes. I'm not showing them any of that shit. I'm not showing them any of that bullshit. I'm showing them the good stuff that Disney used to make and that I loved as a kid. So, alright, you guys, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. My reaction to Soul Leveling, my reaction to episode 9 of Soul Leveling will be coming out this afternoon, if not, definitely tonight. And yeah, guys, I have no other words other than watch Mary Poppins. It's such a good movie to watch with just by yourself, or even with your family, or even with your friends. Watch them with your friends if they've never seen Mary Poppins. If you've seen it, then show them this movie. It's fantastic. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a brand new one. Peace. Later. Have a good one.